Is any locale an avatar? Let's break it down, okay? You're Christian or Cyrax or, let's just go with Christian because he's the one who always says, I'm Jesus, okay? It's 2025 years ago, and you're brought on trial for some things that you said that some scary looking rabbi really isn't putting up with, okay? And there's these huge Roman guards or whatever they had back then, right? That's also sitting there staring at you. Okay? Now get this through my head somehow. You're going to go up to that rabbi and tell them you are Christine Weston Chandler Sonitude. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonitude. You keep in mind, you are about to die. If you don't, do whatever he considers to be repenting. But you're not only going to back down, but you're actually going to go up in front of this rabbi in his face and tell him that you don't care if you die. And Magichan is going to do a bunch of fucking miracles in your name. I mean, come on. Come on, get real. Do you think Chris is gonna look that motherfucker in the eye and say, it's all ogre now? Because I don't. I don't. But, despite all the videos, all the movies, The Chosen, and that one that was done by William Dafoe, and all those, and that other one called The Passion of the Christ and all that. Despite all those videos, where you're not even there, and you feel sorry for anyone who is within a 10-foot radius of witnessing Jesus be crucified. You're going to tell me, Christian, that yo bitch ass is going to go up to that rabbi and say that and be crucified. Listen, man, I'm all about love. I'm all about, doing what's right. But it would be hard for me to even imagine me doing that. Okay? And I'm on NoFap. I'm overcoming a lot of my degenerate fantasies. And it would be hard for me to imagine. Just going right up to could you imagine me going to Hamas and saying, I'm the son of God, fuck you if you disagree, and just not caring if they just willing to die for what I believe in? Could you imagine that? And Chris, you're telling me that you did that 2,000 years ago and you was in your jail. You was in your jail cell and was crying because you didn't have any toys. And you were going to tell me that 2,000 years ago, not only did you not care if you didn't have any toys, but you had the balls to go up to a fucking what is his name? Right, Emperor Palpatine looking rabbi, and tell him, I am the Son of God. I don't care if you crucify me. Are you really going to tell me that? You would do that. I mean, regardless of religious belief, regardless of whether you're Christian or you're Muslim or whatever, we know Jesus died for what he stood for, right? We know that. And you're seriously going to tell me that Christian would do the same, and he cried because he didn't have toys in jail? That is mind-boggling to me. That anybody, I mean, I know that person is delusional, I know, but I mean, the fact that they would even compare themselves to anybody who would make any significant sacrifice for what they believe in, let alone Jesus, who was tortured and then nailed to a cross and didn't back down, didn't back down once. Didn't back down once. If they would have asked him while they was nailing him to a cross, if he was still, you know, who he said he was, he would say, yes, absolutely, I stand with God. You think that's what you think you're that kind of material, Chris? I'm not that kind of material. Dwayne fucking Douglas Johnson ain't that kind of material, I doubt. There's almost no man on the planet. You know, maybe if maybe Dwayne Johnson would die for what he believes in. I could see it, but almost nobody is that kind of man. You know, what's his name? Goldberg, right? He was another wrestler. I don't know if he's that material. I don't know if some of the biggest, most powerful athletes, I don't even know if they are that material. Chris, and you're telling me you're that material? Man. Get some perspective.